Don't you dare be sour! Clap for your world-famous Virtual Stadium Tours guide and feel the power! It's a new day, yes it is! And so today we are taking a look around the Prudential Centre. Yes, that's right, this is the home stadium of the NHL's New Jersey Devils side. That's ice hockey. And as always for you, the first facts I have about this stadium is its overall capacity. And as with many of these indoor stadiums, it has a couple of different capacities depending on what's actually happening in the stadium at whatever certain time. For instance, if there's ice hockey taking place in the stadium, the overall capacity is just very slightly over 16,500. Whereas if there's basketball taking place, the overall capacity raises to about 18,700. If there's indoor football, so five-a-side football or soccer for the Americans, the overall capacity is around 17,500. And when there's a music event, like a concert taking place, the overall capacity raises up to nearly 20,000. It's around 19,500. So there's a couple of different overall capacities for this stadium, depending on what's actually happening in the arena at any given time. So next, let's move on to the building of the stadium. And this stadium was actually built, it broke ground in 2005, in October 2005, and opened just over 2 years later in 2007, on October the 25th. An overall construction cost of around $375 million US. But it's far more complicated than that because construction was actually halted a few times on the stadium's building because there were concerns that the New Jersey Devils, the ice hockey team that were going to occupy the stadium, that they might move away to Nashville. There was a big movement going on to try and move them to Nashville. The owner wanted to do that a couple of times, but it didn't happen eventually. There was then problems with the workers stopping work because they were fearing they weren't going to get paid. And until the ice hockey team approved to give $100 million of their own money to the project, construction did not start, so construction halted for around a month, 2 months in 2006, when it looked like the workers might not get paid for a short amount of time. But in the end, that all got sorted out, and the city of Newark, where the stadium is actually constructed, they put $210 million towards the project. The New Jersey Devils put another $100 million themselves towards it, and the last few bits was kind of tied up with sponsorship deals and that. So eventually the whole thing got paid for, and as I've already stated, it came out at a complete construction cost at between $375 and $380 million US. So now quickly let's move on and talk about the naming rights of the Prudential Centre. As with many arenas in the US and around the world nowadays, they have sold their naming rights to a company, so the reason it's called the Prudential Centre is because a company has bought that name. And it was actually Prudential Financial purchased the naming rights in 2007 when the stadium opened for 20 years for around $105 million US. So they've paid an absolutely amazing amount of money, around $5.25 million a year, to own the naming rights for this stadium, for this arena. So just a quick note on the teams that play sports in this arena. As I've already stated, the New Jersey Devils play their ice hockey matches, the NHL side play their ice hockey matches in this arena, but there's also an NCAA basketball team, the Seton Hall Pirates, play their basketball games in this arena, as well as there's a lacrosse team that plays their matches in this arena, and there's an extreme soccer league. As I mentioned earlier, five-a-side indoor soccer or football for European people. There's actually a league that takes place in this arena, so that's why it has a specific attendance for indoor soccer. But however, there was also supposed to be an NBA basketball team that would play their games in the arena. The New Jersey Nets were set to play there until the ownership of the side changed and they were moved to Brooklyn in New York instead of playing in New Jersey where they were before. So that's an interesting fact. So just moving on now to a couple of special events that have taken place in this stadium, not including music concerts yet. I'll get to them in a bit. But in 2012, the NBA draft took place in this arena. In 2011, the NCAA Men's Basketball Division I tournament took place in this arena. UFC 78, UFC 111, UFC 128, UFC 159 and UFC 169 have all taken place in this arena. And finally, the WWE, so the professional wrestling company, have had a couple of pay-per-views in the arena. First, Hell in a Cell took place here in 2009. And then in 2016, Extreme Rules took place in this arena. Okay, and so finally, just getting to those music concerts that have happened in this arena, and I can actually only find one of note that's happened in this arena to a sellout crowd, and that was the Rolling Stones played here on the final show of their 50th anniversary, and it actually aired live on pay-per-view. So not only was the concert for those in attendance in the crowd, they aired it live on pay-per-view, so everyone around the world could watch it if they wanted to. Anyway, that's it. That's all I've got for you. Thank you for watching this Virtual Stadium Tours video. If you enjoyed it and would like to see every new video this channel uploads as soon as it uploads them to the interwebs, why don't you press the subscribe button down below this video right now. Goodbye.